Let's dive into 5 simple, science-backed habits from Japan that can totally transform your sleep, turning that ordinary rest into some seriously deep, powerful recovery.
You ever have one of those nights you do everything right? You skip the late night coffee, you go to bed early, you even get a full 8 hours, but you still wake up feeling just heavy and exhausted? You're dragging yourself out of bed, your brain's all foggy, and you're reaching for that coffee before you've even really woken up.
Now, I want you to imagine that somewhere over in Japan, someone else slept the exact same number of hours, but they're waking up feeling calm, focused, and just full of energy. So same amount of time, but a completely different result. What's their secret? And that right there is the crucial difference. The Japanese approach isn't about chasing more hours in bed. It's really about mastering the art of sleeping smarter. It's all about the quality of your rest, not just the quantity.
So, here's what we're going to unpack. We'll start with the philosophy behind Japanese rest, then get into some really practical habits for your environment and your mindset, learn how to master your daily rhythm, and finally show you how your recharge can literally start tonight.
Okay, let's start with a big mindset shift. You know, in a world that's all about the hustle and kind of treats sleep like it's for the weak, Japan sees it way differently. Sleep isn't laziness, it's actually a form of discipline. It's a way to reset your mind and your body. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? Without quality sleep, your focus just plummets, your mood crashes, and your productivity, gone. Doesn't matter how hard you work. Good sleep is the foundation for everything you do the next day. So, how do we actually put this discipline into practice? Well, it starts with your sleep environment. Our first 2 habits are all about creating that perfect physical space for deep, restorative rest. The first habit is super simple. Cool down your cave. A really simple but incredibly powerful detail of a traditional Japanese bedroom is that it's kept cool. And this isn't just about being comfortable. It's based on some pure science. See, your brain actually needs to cool down by a degree or 2 just to get into deep sleep. This temperature range, which you'll notice is probably cooler than your average home, it triggers your brain to release melatonin, the hormone that tells your body, okay, it's time to rest. Now, the second habit uses this exact same idea of temperature change, but it creates this incredibly powerful biological signal that it's time to wind down. It's all about the nightly ritual of ufuro. This is not just a bath to get clean. It's a moment to slow down, to let your muscles relax, to let all the stress of the day just kind of melt away. It's basically a reset button for your mind. And here is where the magic happens. When you step out of that nice hot bath and into your cool room, your body temperature drops fast. This sudden cool down sends a super strong signal to your brain to release melatonin, getting you ready for deep rest naturally, not forcefully. Okay, so we've got the physical environment set up, but what about our internal environment? What's going on up here? Our third habit is all about the psychological approach to sleep. So in many cultures, admitting you're tired is seen as a weakness, right? But in Japan, if someone says, hey, you look tired, it's often meant as a compliment. It's like they're acknowledging that you've worked hard and you've given it your all. Tiredness isn't some shame to be fought off, it's a signal to be honored. So the key here is to just reframe your thinking. Stop fighting that fatigue with more caffeine and this feeling of guilt. The moment you start treating rest as a biological need instead of some reward you have to earn, your body can finally relax and do its job of repairing itself. And this brings us to our final 2 habits, which really show that great sleep isn't just about what you do at night. It's about how you manage your energy throughout the entire day. This brings us to the fascinating concept of inemori, which translates to sleeping while present. In a Japanese office, it's not weird at all to see someone taking a short nap right at their desk. And this isn't seen as laziness, it's actually seen as a sign of dedication. It's proof that they've worked so hard, they need a moment to recover. And hey, we're not talking about those long, groggy naps that make you feel worse. The absolute key is to keep them short, just 10 to 20 minutes. That is the sweet spot for refreshing your brain, boosting your focus, and unlocking a whole new wave of productivity for the afternoon. It's like a tiny reset button for your mind. Our final habit, and man, this one is a big one for all of us, tackles one of the biggest sleep disruptors in modern life, our screens. The science on this is just crystal clear.
The blue light from our phones, our laptops, it actively blocks melatonin production. So even if you feel tired, your brain thinks it's still daytime.
The solution is just some simple tech discipline. Put your devices away for at least 1 hour before you go to bed. Use that time to read, maybe do some stretching, or just sit in silence. Let your mind land softly, like a plane getting ready for a gentle landing. Your phone can recharge overnight, but you can't unless you unplug first.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, but the goal isn't to overwhelm you. It's to empower you to make one small change, and you can start tonight. So let's just do a quick recap of the 5 key habits. Cool your room down, take a hot bath, honor your body's signal of tiredness, master that short restorative nap, and unplug from screens an hour before you sleep. You don't have to do all of them at once. Seriously, just pick one. Because at the end of the day, the difference between exhaustion and real energy, it often isn't about more hours, it's about smarter habits. So which one of these are you going to experiment with tonight?